What is up, horror fiends? Welcome back to another episode of the Horror Junkies Podcast, the podcast that discusses all things fucking horror. As always, I'm your host, Mike, and I'm joined with my ghoulish friends, Patrick and Dylan.
Hey.
Hello.
How you guys been? How you been?
Fantastic. I just crushed me a cheeseburger and a Coke Zero caffeine free.
It's Dylan's national holiday. This is if you can see him, he is wearing the limited edition merch run, the rotting out football. Is the football jersey?
It's a football jersey,
Yeah.
and Chris Cobb got it for me.
Go, Chris Cobb.
Chris Cobb was hammered at a Rotting Out show, and that when Chris Cobb gets hammered, he's very generous with his money. And shout out to Chris, and he bought me this jersey, but he bought me a 3X.
Nice.
And it was too big for me. And then guess what? It's not so much too big for me anymore.
There you go.
Jersey should be oversized.
But my shorty
into it.
My shorty loves it. I put it on and she goes, "Oh," and I'm like, "What is wrong with you?"
A man in uniform.
Meanwhile, this putrid fat slime ball standing over her, like, "Where's the cheeseburger?"
Like, chicken fingers, please.
I need more chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers. What are you doing with the money mustard sauce?
All that ass in those jeans.
Dots on it. That's like, of all the memes from the Nosferatu movie, my favorite one is what are you doing now? What would you be doing
if I was there? Girl, the way you move it got to me in a trance. DJ, turn it up. Ladies, this your chance.
Fuck yes, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
How you been? You've been interviewing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Trying to stay in your castle.
Places. And I got a job at Black Magic Pizza.
Oh yeah. Our boy 21 Saloon for pizza.
This is what it's like when worlds collide.
Yeah, for real.
Straight up. Mr. Marinara has reached the promised land. He's pulled sword from stone.
We said we wanted to be sponsored by Black Magic Pizza. This is our.
I'll do you one better. I'll employ one of you.
This is our CIA op. We're embedding Patrick inside the operation.
Yeah.
Espionage.
He's a double agent.
Oh man, that's so sick, dude. Anything else? Do you want to watch anything before we hop into something that's going to just I can't think because I'm so excited to talk about it.
I know there's news, but like something.
We're not doing the news.
Oh,
no,
whatever.
we're not doing we're doing news, but
yeah,
everyone.
But the thing is, I was home alone today, left on my own devices. Shorty was at work, and I was watching. I got an email from the Costco.
Oh,
I'm a second year card carrying member of the Costco cult. They got me with the $1.50 hot dog, and the pledge to keep it $1.50 is what keeps me coming back as a loyal customer.
The guy literally threatened to kill someone if they changed it,
which touches on this thing I have come up with. But I got an advertisement from the Costco. Let me look at this real quick. It is you can get $100 worth of Papa John's gift cards.
What?
For $70.
All right, so $25 or $20 savings approximately?
No, 30.
Oh, 30.
Yeah.
Fuck
For
me,
$70
man.
you get
Don't just do better.
$100 worth of Papa John's gift cards. But here, let me see.
That's the only map.
That's not just when you commit to something like that. That's not an activity.
No.
Yeah.
That's a fativity.
That's is
absolutely
this the thing that you were telling us about?
That is, yes. I have come up with this. That's a fativity right there.
Fativity. I like
fativity. That. Okay, well, listen. Webster's dictionary defines fativity. It's a noun. The condition in which things are happening or being done that which pleases people of 2 to 3XL t-shirt sizes.
No fucking way.
That's what I came up with.
That's what Dylan.
I'm Webster, bitch. I'm Webster.
This is a Dylan's Webster
dumbass
edition.
dictionary defines fativity. Example: going to Costco and getting $100 worth of gift cards for $30 off. meaning you've committed to spend $100 worth of Papa John's because you know very soon you're going to cash that in.
Oh my God.
Like money in the bank.
I
dude.
now see
Run to the ring and cash it in. Like
Dylan, we're gonna make a shirt that just says Horror Junkies in the back, Fativity.
Fativity.
Like the Webster Dictionary breakdown, word, the phononic, the how you say it, the noun with its fucking.
I've got it all spelled out right here and everything.
That is the next merch idea.
Because I'll tell you what, threatening to kill someone over changing the price of a hot dog is a fativity for sure.
Fativity, absolutely.
That is a fativity.
Coin here on the Horror Junkies first. We better not see this shit anywhere else.
Now,
pay
Pat,
Dylan money.
Now, Pat, for Christmas, you're gonna have to draw. We're gonna need posters of the fativity scene.
Oh,
baby Jesus Mike
with a full beard.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm one of the three. I'm one of the three dumbasses. Did you bring gifts for baby Jesus? Kind of.
No, it's got to be Dylan as like just this giant with three heads that are all Dylan, and one's holding a fucking Whataburger, one's holding the pipe. Yes. Like it's like Gijera from fucking Mortal Kombat.
one's a patty melt. One's smoking a joint and one's drinking a caffeine-free Coke Zero.
The other one's holding a football.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got to be wearing a football
both hands varsity
jacket.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Oh man.
One head has creamy pepper sauce all over their mouth.
I love it. This is gotta happen. Well, if you are a new listener to this show, we welcome you. And this is kind of how it fucking goes. And if you're a returning guest, welcome back. We love that you keep coming back to this podcast and supporting us and helping us grow and do all the cool things. Make sure to, if you're watching this on YouTube, to subscribe to the channel. And we have a lot more content coming out. I've been streaming like the Lethal Company and the Back Rooms, and I got Resident Evil 4 and Biohazard. A lot of games we got to play. And also subscribe to us on the socials. But let's talk about something that dropped last Wednesday? A trailer that dropped last Wednesday, right, Pat? Is that or was it this last Wednesday being this last week? Yeah. All right. We can understand the calendar days.
We only know how to do fat math.
Know how to do fat math. Anything else, we're done. But let me just usher us into this conversation.
Yes.
Dr. Grant, my dear Dr. Sattler, welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yes. That's right. Everyone, put your hands on your chest and salute the national anthem.
This should be the national anthem.
Really should.
Oh my God. I would turn into a fucking patriot so fast. Like
man.
I'd be at the Daytona 500 like, stand up.
You stand with it. That's right. Jurassic World Rebirth has finally dropped its trailer, and holy fucking shit.
I got it on the TV right now. I've seen it, but like I'm just watching. Because like, man, you know what? Every time I see Mahershala Ali get work, I'm just so happy for him.
Exactly.
And this looks good.
No, this looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
I need you to understand that Gareth Edwards is the guy who's directing it.
Is it Gareth Edwards?
It's Gareth Edwards.
Godzilla 2014?
Fucking the creator and Rogue One, the director who did all three of those movies, dropped everything to do this fucking project.
Somehow I didn't notice. I didn't know that.
And the original writer of Jurassic Park, the movie, came back to write this movie.
They needed it.
Yes, they definitely did need it because the Jurassic World franchise is
garbage.
Yes,
not the best. Right?
Jurassic, and you know what it is? It's a Chris Pratt thing.
It is. It 100% is.
You know, it's the oh, I'm a good guy, I'm a Christian, and then you fucking do Anna Faris dirty.
You hate your autistic child.
Fucking talk about dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Fucking every day we see Chris Pratt and Shorty just sits there on the couch and goes, he's a fucking motherfucker. He's a fucking dickhead. He's a pecker.
Yeah.
How could you do that to fucking Anna Faris? I'm like, I know, right?
Ugh.
Like,
I'm so glad he's not in this. This is.
And you know what? This is what happens when you get skinny. This is what happens.
You turn into an
you
become
a prick. Yeah, you become a prick. You're like, I'm gonna be a dickhead to everybody now. Like,
I am so excited for Scarlett Johansson's character. She seems like a fucking badass, but also Jonathan Bailey as Dr. Henry Loomis. Like he is giving. Remember, not Attack on Titan, Titan RE. That Disney Pixar, not Disney. Oh man, who?
The Titan AE. You mean
Titan AE? Yes.
Yeah, he's giving that guy
he's
vibes.
Giving that guy kind of vibes, and I'm fucking here for it because Titan AE is the fucking one of the best animated movies.
Absolutely.
Very underrated.
Severely.
I think it came out just at a really fucking like ahead of its time for sure. A lot of those
Treasure
movies
Planet.
Treasure Planet, definitely. I was just getting ready to say that. Like we didn't know how good maybe we knew how good we had it, but the rest of the world know how good they had it. I do not know. I'm looking up Jonathan Bailey just to see what else he's been in
a lot of good stuff.
Oh, he was in Wicked. Then my girlfriend's definitely want to go see it.
So, real quick.
Oh, Bridgerton. She's definitely wanting to go see this shit.
So, for those who may have not watched the trailer, or maybe you're trying to hold off on seeing the trailer, we're not going to share it because we respect that decision. But this movie is taking place 5 years post the Jurassic World Dominion movie. And this expedition braves isolated regions to extract DNA from 3 massive prehistoric creatures for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough. So we're already we're going back to the original island, or not one of the 3 or 4 original islands.
Because with each movie, there's always the original island.
Yeah. Well, there was Site A and Site B. This is going to be Site 3.
Yeah.
This is from. I'm thinking about this from the original
Ground Zero,
Park
ladies
world.
and gentlemen.
This is Ground Zero.
Yeah.
Pat, why did you want to talk only about this? Is there a particular reason why you wanted to do this to me?
Because your autistic trait is dinosaurs.
It is.
And this is our Valentine's gift to you, my friend.
I appreciate it.
What do you and my friend Grant's 4-year-old son have in common? Dinosaurs.
Our love for dinosaurs. I even have a dinosaur mug right now filled with coffee.
Well, I mean, to be fair, dinosaurs are badass.
They're so badass.
They're so badass. And anybody who disagrees is one of those like weirdo, like, oh, Jesus said dinosaurs never existed. The earth is like 200 years old, actually.
I am beyond stoked about this because we get a couple of good shots of dinosaurs in the trailer. We have the Titansauruses, which are like long necked, super long tails. We're getting a T-Rex, obviously.
We're gonna get more than a fucking
We're getting
T-Rex.
more than a T-Rex. We're getting the Dilophosaurus, which, if you don't remember, those are the ones from Jurassic Park that spit the like tar-like sticky substance on Nidri. What's his fucking name? Why can't I think of him? It's Newman from
Wayne Knight.
Wayne Knight, but his character's name in Jurassic Park is
Newman.
Not Newman.
It's
Newman.
It is going to be someone. I don't know why I can never remember his fucking name. Whatever. I can't find it. And I'm looking at Jurassic World, but even though I clicked on Jurassic Park, how dare they do that to me?
Change the subject real quick, though. Dylan, have you ever watched Third Rock from the Sun?
I was just getting ready to say.
Okay, because I've been on a kick lately.
Dennis Nedry.
I've been on a kick lately of watching Third Rock from the Sun as like my nighttime watch.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
it's
fucking
funny.
Great.
The last conversation we had over the phone, you said, all right, I'm going to go watch Third Rock from the Sun. And then that's how it ended. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
One of the best sitcoms ever. But yes.
I watched it pretty religiously growing up.
Dennis Nedry. I was close. I said Gendry, but it's Nedry. So the thing that takes him out is back in this movie. Something that I cannot pronounce. This is a Quetzalcoatlus.
Quay Haktua?
It's the fucking Quaalude.
Quaalude Haktua. That sounds badass.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jurassic Park fans, boys and girls, ghouls and ghoulies and creatures of the night. The motherfucking Spinosaurus is coming back. Finally.
Not only is it just one Spinosaurus,
it's multiple Spinosaurus.
It's multiple.
You're gonna fucking like.
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah.
You're gonna shimmy so hard, you're gonna implode, bro.
Mike, you're gonna have to come down when this movie comes out, so we could all go see it together, so we can hold you up as you.
Yeah. So you're gonna faint like a black lady at a funeral.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna need the fucking studio to bring me to the premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God.
We're gonna wheel him out in a wheelchair. He's gonna be drooling. He's gonna be like, so Epic.
We get velociraptors, but like what's so cool about this fucking movie is because this is Site Zero, these are all the fuck ups. These are all the genetic experiments that the Jurassic Park, like Dr. Hammond and his scientists could not fucking do. And if you look to the bottom of the screen, if you're watching this you're gonna see pictures of these from the trailer. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a 2-headed fucking velociraptor.
What?
A 2-headed. In a
shit.
state of stasis. And me and Pat so badly want this fucker to come alive.
That's gonna be dude, it's got to. And then the horrors unimaginable will
that's what this director said. He said he wants to bring back the horror or the scary parts in like the original Jurassic Park
in the book.
Because he did that in Godzilla.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite things about it. It's like people complained about Godzilla in a way that I compare kind of similar to Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park has dinosaurs in it, but really it's about humans navigating around dinosaurs.
Yes.
Godzilla is the same. Mm-hmm. It's not about Godzilla. He's a big part of it, but it's about the people navigating around Godzilla. It's kind of always been like that, even to the original Toho Godzillas.
Oh yeah,
it's all about the government, especially trying to fix things and figure it out, and humans working with each other and
experimentations and tests.
Yeah, exactly. Dealing with forces of nature created by man.
Exactly.
That should have never been in the first. It should have never happened.
Yes.
You're so concerned with whether you could, you never stop to think if you should, which is like. It should be the motto for modern existence in America.
Yeah, but we still don't listen.
We got AI about to fuck us up. Don't worry.
If fucking Elon don't get to it first, motherfucker. But yeah, no, Godzilla was when those people drop from the plane into the city where Godzilla is just doing his thing. And they're playing the music from 2001 Space Odyssey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's just them flying in and they clear the smoke and you just see the big giant fucking back and it's all ash and darkness.
Fucking rip.
And it's just like, dude, that I remember seeing that and just being like, that to me is just
gold.
So good.
Made the movie so much badass.
Yeah, because Gareth Edwards, didn't he do The Covenant with Denzel Washington's son, James? Is it James Washington? I don't remember.
Maybe? God, I have to pull
I think he did. I don't know did y'all see that movie about the android children?
The Creator.
Yeah, is that what it's called? The Creator?
Yes, he did do The Creator as well.
That was
the dude has stacked movies.
That was a visually sick ass movie.
Absolutely.
It was a good movie in general, but it was visually very good. So I'm very excited for this.
I think he has this thing about like doing super dark scenes with like this really cool demonic looking red, and we're getting that in this movie.
Yes.
There are 2 scenes that we kind of see in the trailer. One is Mahershala Ali's character holding flares, so we're going back to that iconic flare scene with Jurassic Park, and then the last dinosaur that we see in this trailer, what has been classified as the mutant dinosaur. Which
T-Rex
it's a T-Rex, but according to people who've spoken to the creators of this mutant is inspired by the T-Rex, the Rancor from Star Wars, and ladies and gentlemen, the Xenomorph from the Alien franchise. And I am so fucking hyped on this idea.
I hope kids cry when they see it.
I do too, because this is going to be so. All these are genetic. Like mistakes, the gross, the fucking untamed, the bizarre. Like this is going to be a sci-fi horror that I cannot wait for people to digest and consume because Jesus Christ.
The only thing I have coming from the trailer, I know you said that you're excited for the Scarlett Johansson part. It is giving a bit action woman written by man kind of vibe. Where it's like she comes in swinging from a chandelier, double pistols, raptors, and then goes, "Sorry, I'm late," and then like, bah, 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 bah. Like it kind of gives that vibe a bit. Yeah. But I mean, I'm a big Scarlett Johansson fan, so
true. We'll see how her character.
We'll see how it goes, But I'm very excited for the whole cast, the whole vibe, the direction. I'm more stoked about it now, hearing your guys' thoughts on it than I was when I first saw it. And not just the listeners, but myself gains new feelings and new perspectives about things. Thanks to you two dumbasses, fellow dumbasses.
I saw the
holding
teaser
hands in the void.
Listen, I was in the moment they dropped that first teaser where it's Scarlett Johansson and the other guy, Dr. Henry Loomis, who plays in Bridgerton, when they're in like the tall grass and you see that long tail. My immediate thought was Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World.
Yeah,
Don't go into
the
the
raptor
tall
field.
grass. Don't go into the tall grass. And
I used to be obsessed with that scene as a kid, dude. I used to be
still am.
obsessed.
Listen, Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3 are phenomenal films. They are so good.
Yeah.
And another thing that we're getting in this new movie, fucking pterodactyls.
Oh,
One of the cool parts of 3 is the birdcage scene.
bird cages. Yeah, bird cages.
And the pterodactyl, because they were fucking scary.
Yeah,
Especially that scene
the third
where
one,
Billy, when Billy's walking through the smoke.
when that one
you see
comes
him
out through the
crawling
fucking
at him.
mist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
dude, that part was sick. And then I thought Billy was a goner for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Billy should have been, because he's the fucking cause of all of their problems in Jurassic Park 3.
And if they're doing, I guess, is this Jurassic World 4 or is this a new thing?
This is like a whole new rebirth of the franchise, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I hope. Yeah,
I don't think they're going to discuss anything from the last 3 movies.
I mean, it's in the same world, right? Because it takes place after the events of Dominion. So like it's still in that universe. I mean, all of these are in the same cinematic universe. Let's not get that twisted. Like they're not segmented out. Like Jurassic World talks about the backbone of Jurassic Park and where John Hammond, his vision, etc.
Yeah, but the title of the movie is literally Rebirth.
Yes, it's Rebirth in the sense of I think it's trying to I think they understood that this is not what people wanted when it came to the Jurassic World franchise trilogy. I still enjoy the first one. I like certain things of the third one and I despise the second one. I like things from the second one. Thank you. And I truly despise the third one.
Yeah. The second one and the last half of the movie
where it just turns into a haunted house with a creature.
It turns into like a gothic horror raptor serial killer kind of movie.
I'm here
Which is like, why isn't that a movie already in a way?
Exactly.
You know?
So I'm excited to see what Rebirth does to the franchise. I hope that we lean, if we are going to get like a new trilogy or like maybe a sequel to it, I hope that we lean more into the horrors of the Jurassic Park books and make this really dark, bloody. I mean, it's dinosaurs, people that are attacking humans. Like, I want to see people ripped apart. I want to see the blood and the gore, because that's what I love about the Jurassic Park movies. Even though it's not in excess, you know, when they're in the Lost World, when the dude, what's his name goes to go pee and he's literally ripped apart by compies, like that is it, like you don't see it, but you hear it, and you can only imagine these little dudes ripping this guy apart.
Well, you leave it to the imagination so that the kids can still feel, you know, parents can still feel comfortable. Well, parents are gonna, people, imagine if you had kids. But then, no, never mind, because you'd be holding their eyes open like, look, watch, boy, you watch that raptor eat that man's face.
2 years old, I'd be like, now, all right, little junior, what we're going to be watching today is The Human Centipede 2. Are you ready for a cinematic masterpiece unlike no other?
That poor child.
He's throwing up in the bathroom, and then you're in the kitchen like eating popcorn. Like, I don't know if you noticed the production value, how better it was from the first one.
Oh man. But yes, I'm extremely excited about Jurassic World Rebirth. Patrick, I'm sure you are. Listeners, drop a comment. Tell us what you're looking forward to, what you expect from this movie, and what you expect to come from the franchise as a whole. And please, if there's one thing that comes out of this, for the love of God, can we get a Dino Crisis remake, remaster, or a sequel? We need it so badly.
Listen, if we're getting Onimusha, and if we're getting a new Onimusha game from Capcom,
come on.
I'm just saying.
Also, can we also finally get some drop news on Jurassic Park Survival? And like, if we're not going to get Dino Crisis, can we at least get a release date, a collector's edition pre-order for Jurassic Park Survival?
Oh my God.
I will literally give you $500 for immediate access to that game.
They're going to be like introducing the Jurassic Park collector. You're going to be like, take it.
Shut up and take my money.
Take my money.
You best believe that there will be an email sent to that studio being like, hello, my name is Mike, and we would love to review your video game.
Mike's already has it written as a draft.
I do. I'm waiting. But
there's no reason you can't get that done.
Oh, dude,
No.
you watch. I'm gonna get us exclusive deets for Jurassic Park Survival.
Oh my god, dude! Because I forget that's a game that's coming out, and I'm just like between that and the new. I guess there's another Alien Isolation game finally coming out. It's a good time for first person survival horror shit.
Sure, fucking is, dude.
Yeah, and I can listen. I tried to play. What's that really popular Outlast? I tried. As soon as that fucked up thing chased me into the elevator, I said, I'm done. I can't do this. I'm not built for this.
We should play the Outlast trilogy, not trilogies,
Trials.
Where
listen. I'm eyeballing the monitor. I'm just too scared to pull the trigger because anything over a certain amount sets fear into my heart.
Of course.
But apparently I can get it on Amazon for 0 interest for 4 payments.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I'm going to have to do it, right? Yeah, so once I get that, I can build, because I'm going to need a certain amount of power to operate, because I'm getting a 39-inch ultra wide.
New, oh my God, I can't think of their name.
The 5090?
RTX 5040, 5090.
Yeah, well, I hope it's not super expensive. Thanks, Trump.
No, so another fun thing is scalpers. So what people have been doing is they've been going on eBay and posting a whole bunch of like listings for the RTX 5040s, 5090s, the new graphics card that came out.
Yeah.
But what they're doing is in the description, they're saying that what you will receive is a picture of this so that they can like counteract all the scalpers. So they just like paying them $1,500 for literally an image.
A picture.
Because the bot doesn't read the description. And because on eBay, once you buy something, like the description is what guarantees the product, and it's clearly written stating this is not the actual thing. This is a picture of this thing, and the bots are buying them, and it's fucking hilarious.
That's funny. I mean, that's what you get.
If you're a scalper, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you've taken all the fun
scalpers. I hate you. Take the fun out of everything,
dude. I like being a born again Pokemon enthusiast and card collector. They are ruining this shit. Like they just did a restock of the 151 Blooming Water set, and it's like I don't want to go stand in line at GameStop with a bunch of people who don't shower. I don't want to do that. Like, let me fucking pre-order it, and then let me come pick it up whenever the fuck I want. And then there's a spot in town that's like basically a brick and mortar resale store, but they're under the guise of a Pokemon shop. But when I went to go buy an ETB of the Prismatic Evolutions, they were charging $100 for them.
But get the fuck out of here, dude.
Like, I get you're a local business, but like, come the fuck on, man.
You're gonna
like,
get more people to buy your product if you're selling it at the fucking retail value, because you're also like your markup is 150% plus.
As is.
Like,
yeah. So it's like that place. I mean, I'll go there if I'm desperate, but like, I just go to Barnes and Noble.
Same, dude.
Even though I pulled a card from the random Publix that I go to had 10 Pokemon cards, and I bought them, and I pulled a fucking $300 card out of that bag.
You get that shit at the PSA, dude.
Apparently PSA's slipping.
What do you mean?
Damn.
A lot of people, apparently PSA's fucking up a lot of cards, and
they got 3 of mine. They better not be fucking up my cards.
Just be wary, brother.
I will
be wary,
because those things are in fucking immaculate condition. They were sleeved and fucking top loaded immediately upon.
Oh yeah. I got that. I got mine in a fucking like magnetic display case,
brother. I need you guys to understand. This is my toolbox full.
This is my toolbox.
Toolbox.
Magic the Gathering cards. This is all filled with Magic the Gathering.
A toolbox?
A toolbox.
That's so sick.
I know.
That's what I need to do.
Thank my wife for being like, I was like, I need something to hold all my cards in. And she was like, let me find something that's actually cool looking. And
Issa's like the aesthetic master.
100%, dude.
I love that.
Like, and I can flip it open. I got stickers inside of it. Fucking
get me a tool. Wait, can you link me that toolbox, bro? Yeah, I need that. I need that
in the bio.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Real quick before we jump into today's movie, I did want to shout out like an independent press company that sent us some stuff. They sent me a bunch of books here. I made a video on our TikTok and Instagram, so fucking follow us if you're not doing that. But they're called Goblin Archives, and what they had created is this game that's called Liminal Horror. And I'm just promoting them because I actually love the project they're doing. They're making a deluxe edition. And if you ever wanted to get into like tabletop RPGs with your friends, but like Dungeons and Dragons maybe ain't your vibe, or it just seems like very encumbersome because it is a lot. Liminal Horror is actually a rules light survival horror role playing game about normal characters who struggle against the things that go bump in the night. And the game itself focuses on surviving the weird and investigating horrors while blending like simple old school inspired rules with like a more modern narrative touch. I'll drop their link in the bio. They have a whole bunch of like free PDFs that you can pick up and play. Their deluxe edition is like not so much like in like a second edition of it, but rather a enhancement of the game, and like where they added like other tools, and there's more like it's a hardcover. It's a really cool fucking company. They're awesome dudes. Like they're sending me like a green room themed tabletop that we can play.
No,
together.
really?
Yeah. He was
Wow.
like, so I'm hoping that comes soon because I really want to play that. But if you're ever interested and you want to play with a group of friends, they're really cool zines. You can buy their product. These are just like, I think like $7, maybe $12 at most. But again, they have free versions online that you can just download to play with your friends. So check out Garblin Archives. Shout out to those dudes for sending us a bunch of fucking sick shit. We will eventually get together with some friends and play this crazy game because there's a mall storyline, and I would just want us to be a bunch of mall rats experiencing liminal horror.
I'm down.
Other than that, anything else before we jump into today's crazy ass sci-fi horror movie that we made Dylan watch?
I got nothing.
I don't
We talked
think,
about Jurassic Park. I think we need.
I think, yeah. I think we spent a pretty penny on the Jurassic Park talk, which I'm very excited for. And I'm almost thinking that maybe when it comes out, we do an episode and we dress up for it.
We are 100% doing an episode on Jurassic World.
But we should dress up.
We're
for
going to
it,
do a
too.
whole month
Oh, you want to, dude?
of just the first three, and then we'll go into the new one.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say
before, but we can.
Well,
do
we've
them
done the
again.
first three before. Yeah, we've already done that.
Did we?
Yeah, we did
yeah,
that.
because we may have done just Jurassic Park. Maybe we didn't do all three.
I think we just did Jurassic Park.
I think I remember watching The Lost World for the podcast.
I'll
Fuck
check
it,
our
do it
backlog.
again.
Fuck it. If you guys want it,
It's a re-review.
We'll marathon that bitch. Like, let's
Absolutely.
fucking go. We're
live stream
older.
it.
We're more wise. We got more cholesterol in our fucking veins and arteries.
And we still love dinosaurs.
The pharmaceutical companies are making money off of
See, this is what we're gonna do.
do.
We're gonna do a live stream of it, of us eating dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets.
Oh, 100%.
Dinosaur themed anything.
Yes.
I want dino scene themed nuggets. I want dino chips, dino soda, dino clothes.
Dino eggs.
Hey, do you remember the dinosaur oatmeal that we
With
had?
the eggs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we will do if the people want this, whenever this movie drops, which is this year, by the way, this is coming out this year. We will do maybe like a Discord live stream event where we're fucking on Discord and you guys can come and have it watch. We'll do a watch party.
Yeah.
Or we can do a live event here on our actual studio where you guys can come in and hang out as an audience member. We can do Q&As and kind of stuff. I think that would be more fun because we can stream the movie in here and record and do all that kind of fun shit.
Yeah. That'd be fun. That's how I would want to rewatch it.
Yeah, let's do something. We'll think about that on the back burner.
To rewatch Lost World.
Brother, you can just rewatch it. There's no rules. I watch Jurassic Park at least once a month.
Yeah, dude. No rules. Just right.
I just want to see two T-Rexes with Vince Vaughn. That movie gives it to me.
Yes. All right. So we're going to talk about a movie that I'm surprised we have never talked about. And I think, Dylan, correct me if I'm wrong, this was your first watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've always been curious, but I never watched
pulled the trigger. Okay. So what we are talking about today is Possessor by Brandon Cronenberg. That's right. The son of one of the masters of horror, in my opinion.
King of body horror, probably.
King of body horror. His son, Brandon, made a movie in 2020 called Possessor. And this movie is really about this agent, Tysa Voss, who's played by Andrea Riseborough, who's this corporate assassin who uses advanced brain implant technology to take over the bodies of unsuspecting people in order to carry out high-profile killings. And as she inhabits other bodies, the lines between her own identity and those that she's controlling begin to blur, leading to this weird, deeply unsettling exploration of self and agency.
Right.
And what the fuck is this movie? Holy shit.
It's crazy.
It is a very, very high, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very The movie doesn't do a lot of like explaining, which is fucking great.
I don't think it needs
world.
to.
No, God, no.
I think it sets you in to this random world where like this has been going on for a while.
Oh, definitely. I mean, this is an established organization committing company espionage, assassinations. I mean, for me, I remember watching this in the theater and was like, what the fuck is this? And then rewatching it for the second time, because I do think this is a movie that if you've never seen it before, you watch it, you kind of sit with it for a bit, and maybe you go back like a week or two later and you rewatch it, because even with a second watch, you catch so much more of like what's happening throughout the story, and it kind of helps you because you already kind of know what's going to happen. You're more able to like pursue it in a way of like looking for things and like understanding more than kind of like trying to take it all in at the first time. Because rewatching this for me just like re-personified its excellence.
Yes.
This is
it's
an
high concept too.
Fucking movie, dude. The intro alone is such a high impact, high velocity, insane. Like it sets the tone for what's going to come at a level of 10, and then we get 1,000 plus throughout the entire movie, especially the fucking ending.
Well, and it gives us a little bit like outside of the genre too. You know, it's especially the opening. It does feel like an action-y movie.
Yeah, there is a weird line in this movie where like you feel like it's not a horror movie, and it's very more like sci-fi thriller.
I think its ideas though.
Yeah, it's not horror. It's not a horror. To me, it's not a horror movie. I mean, like the images. It's like certain parts later in the movie when like consciousnesses, and I don't even know that's the word, like consciousness of people and like the minds and their mental state kind of through the processes like meld together and kind of create these weird images. And that's very like Jacob's Ladder to me.
Yes.
I consider it more, honestly, you could do, I feel like you could do a double feature with Looper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You could do a Looper Possessor double feature of like, because it's all, because I love Looper. I love that movie. It's super underrated to me.
Pat, say your thought, then I'll say mine. Sorry, Dylan. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Every time we see Possessor, I immediately think of Betrayer.
Yeah.
I always say Possessor that same way.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. Just like I when you see Possessor and just how hard ass this movie is, I just want it to be like Possessor. This movie riffs. That's why.
Yes,
it does.
Not to mention the use of practical effects, the technology, the analog feel of all of this. Like they're doing something absolutely insane, right? This like we get the opening scene of this girl shoving something into her brain. Sorry, Dylan. And
no, I didn't mind it.
Dialing in frequencies to reset the connection, which is just so fucking cool.
Yeah, I wasn't grossed out at all. I mean, I've seen The Matrix.
Yeah,
it's a little bit more graphic than The Matrix, but like this movie wasn't too hard to handle for me.
No, it's because it wasn't as like grotesque or like
it's not
body horror-esque.
I mean the body horror is
like
there.
His dad does. This is one of his first movies. This is one of my favorite ones of 2020.
It fits the narrative. It's not over the top.
Yeah.
But it gives you, in the beginning scene, the first initial like assassination,
the fucking knife,
with the knife, and we'll talk about the atmosphere and how cool that whole scene is.
Yeah.
And just where they filmed it was so sick. And that when she was doing that, I was just laughing. I was like, oh shit. Like
it's the only way you can react to that scene. Cause it's just so like, you don't know what you're expecting. Right. Because like you have this, petite girl who is kind of like seems spacey, kind of out of it a little bit. And then all of a sudden, like we just see her pick up a steak knife and all of a sudden goes fucking all hash-slinging slasher on this dude. And I think it's interesting that really what's important, like the first like initial like aspect to like really understand is this whole putting a gun in the mouth and her not being able to do it when she says, "Take me out." And it does so much for Voss.
How does that work? Like, if you execute the body, do you just jack out or something?
So spoilers at this point. Dylan, I don't know if you want to throw the alert because it's going to get very spoiler, and this is a 5-year-old movie now. So
yeah,
you have to say spoiler alert, dude. You can't just do that.
What the fuck?
There you go.
So they put these brain implants into their assassins, right? And essentially that helps can do the connection between the person and the host being the person that they're taking over to do this. I'm assuming that there is some type of like work that has to be done to help sever that connection, maybe turn off the implant at a certain time, because the act of suicide, it furthers the story that they're building when they're doing these assassinations. Like, later on in the movie, Colin, the whole thing is like they are joining into Colin because they want him to kill the father of Zuthru, the organization that they're trying to take over, hired by by the eldest son. So he is supposed to,
which is insane,
supposed to kill the father and his.
It's
fiance,
like some Metal Gear shit.
Yeah, his father and the fiance, and then himself. Because when you kill yourself, it kind of plays on to this like, oh, they were mentally unwell. And
I think it's like a failsafe.
It's a failsafe because if you just kind of disconnected and left them alive, they'd be like, oh my God, I didn't know I acted at a psychosis, all this kind of stuff. Like, it just kind of enhances. So I think what they do is they just turn off the implant so that when they pull the trigger and kill themselves, they're fully disconnected from that.
Because I feel like the act of shooting yourself in the mouth is to like damage the implant or something like that, or to shut it off because there's no more brain activity.
Possibly,
like to sever it for yourself, but it's like she's so hesitant to do it.
Yeah,
I'm like, is she afraid that she'll die on the other side?
I think she has a problem with just trying to kill herself. I think
because asking yourself to, all right, now you did a good job. I hope your first job wasn't too bad. Great, awesome. So all you need to do is put that gun in your mouth and shoot yourself.
Just shoot.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I know when people normally do that, they're not fine, but you'll be fine.
And I also think this speaks volumes to the connection between the host and the assassin.
So right. And that's what I want to touch into too, especially the study, the character study of her.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a review on this movie and they threw the term around ego dysmorphia, which plays really well with when she's even trying to interact with her family before she.
Oh my God, that scene
where she's
before
like,
she walks in and she's like she has to practice how to smile and ask how her child and her husband's day is.
Yeah,
because she's just so fucking like, and like she did. It's like she doesn't want to do it.
Not at all.
Well, and again, that's where the ego dysmorphia comes from. Because I think when she's possessing people too, she's studying these fucking people before she does it.
Yeah, she's
becoming. So there's got to be some type of like.
You have to detach yourself somehow.
But that too. But also, she probably does like live in double lives, and also,
I think the detachment's what's doing it.
Yeah,
I think the detachment, because you gotta, because like I never understood how if the participants are willing or unwilling.
They're unwilling.
How does that work then?
So they are. So from my understanding of this movie, watching it 2 times now, they are the company that they work for is able to do an analysis on these people. I don't know how that works. Maybe they have. We know that there are like agents who help, right? Because we see that later on in the movie with his Colin's coworker actually being his aide in the field, like a field agent,
which was cool.
I'm assuming that they have these different levels of agents who are able to like maybe grab some DNA, or maybe they knock these people out, and maybe they do actually do it. They implant something into the host, and that way they're able to do this connection, because they say in the movie she has like an 8.1 connection analysis or brain analysis, meaning like she can only spend at the most 3 days inside of him before things start going wonky. Right. So I think that they do a level of analysis to determine who the target should be based on their assassin's connectivity with that person. Okay, yeah, because I'm just wondering how they go into a person's mind, because there's a device in their head.
Yeah,
how does the device get there?
I believe everyone has a implant in their head
in this world. You think?
I believe so, because if it's tapping into like
it would
what
make
could
sense.
Potentially be the future of everything. A lot of things are going to be like, everyone's probably going to get implants in their heads or some type of shit like that.
Definitely could not me.
It definitely because even with the time this movie was made, Neuralink was being discussed.
Exactly.
And then Zoo.
This is a Elon Musk. This is a post Elon Musk. Hellscape future
Zoo
movie.
Through. I think that's the name of the company. I could be I know it starts with a Z, and there's some.
It's Zoo Through. Yeah.
The entire organization is a data mining collection.
And the thing,
what they do is they
do
observe everyone, and they kind of like look at things. And I think to me, it's exploring targeted ads, right?
Yeah.
They're invading people's privacy to see, like Colin gets assigned to curtains and something else, curtains
watching
and
people
shades.
fuck,
and pretty much, he is describing what he's seeing. On top of the fact that there's the scene where he's watching people fuck, and he gets Voss, I should say, is pulled into that kind of stuff. And but I think it's interesting, like what the work Zoo Through does. But I think all of it is this weird dystopian, over surveilled world, and that's kind of what Brandon's trying to explore in this.
Which is cool because again, he's not so on the nose with it.
It's not at all.
There's no explanations. It's just like things just happen, and it's kind of like playing off as like this is how the world works.
Yeah.
Him and his dad do a great job of doing those type of things. Like Scanner does it really well.
Scanner does it extremely well.
I would say.
Oh God, I want to watch that movie.
Crimes of the Future.
Crimes of the Future does it.
That's Cronenberg too, right?
That's David Cronenberg.
His son, yeah.
No. Crimes of the Future is David Cronenberg.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think the Cronenberg family, like I think I actually had to pull up some responses because people were. I told people to give their thoughts and
Infinity
opinions.
Pool, that's what it was. Sorry,
Infinity Pool, definitely. And someone said, one of the people said, and I'll quote them later again, but he said, David Cronenberg out Cronenberg the Cronenberg with this one, and I can't disagree. I mean, this is a phenomenal movie, and I have not watched the daughter's movie yet, Humane.
Yeah, I was just about to bring her up. I was like,
I love the fact that the family has this approach to filmmaking that is highly like invasive to like body horror, sci-fi thrillers, attacking like societal issues and concerns in a way that is just not done all the time in movie making. Like their movies are so disturbing and unsettling, and I love that.
Yeah. And which is to me this where I could find at least somewhat of the horror in this movie and put it in the genre is the body horror is the possession of fucking, you could possess people.
Yeah, nobody's
that's fucking scary.
Tagline.
And not only that you're possessing people to assassinate people and then kill yourself right after.
It's such a cool concept.
Yes.
I mean, also like I think like the point you brought up about the ego. What was the last part of it?
Ego dysmorphia. I mean, like to me, it's like every time they go under, they lose a bit of themselves. You would
continuously having to surveil these people, learn these people, and I think that what's so interesting about that point is we know from the movie when they come out, there's a process they have to go through where they have to acknowledge tokens that they've hand selected and identify whether it's theirs, and also associate the memory so that it helps like rewrite maybe like the neural pathways in their brain. Well, I don't know.
And
but like Girder, the character Girder is insane because
Jennifer Jason Leigh,
dude.
Listen, anytime she shows up in something, she's my favorite. She she was in she was in the last season of Fargo.
Yep,
and it was incredible. I mean, single white female.
I know Annihilation as Dr.
Annihilation. I know she was in she voice acted in the Spawn animated series for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I know The Jacket, if you've ever seen with Adrian Brody, that's a really good movie that she's in. She's in Dolores Claiborne. I mean, oh my God, she's into so much shit. Oh, and The Hateful Eight.
Yep.
Which is such a really fucking good movie, and she crushes it in that. And I've really loved seeing her resurgence back because she's been an actress since like the 70s.
Yeah, she's been in a lot of shit.
So it's really cool to see. I know she's in The Prom from 1992, and so it's just like whenever I see her, especially when I don't know she's in a movie, I get very excited.
Yeah, and Christopher Abbott, he did a phenomenal job in this movie.
He did.
Phenomenal. I haven't seen Wolfman yet, so I can't give any, I
almost rented it for $20.
I may rent it because I didn't want to watch it in theaters because I had insider knowledge that it wasn't all that, and I knew it wasn't gonna be that as good as I wanted it to be. So I've just been waiting for it to come home to watch, and it's finally available to stream at home. So I'm gonna rent that.
Yeah, you got to pay $20, but
we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it drops to the $5.
It'll be like $5. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But him as Colin Tate is such an interesting character, and I think that what I love about this movie is that we know that Voss was not ready at all to go back in at all. She should have. She needed more time.
The movie does show that this is like not her first time. That she's done this multiple times. I think that's why her relationship with her husband and her son is very estranged, because each time she's going in, she's at least losing parts of herself too.
She's sucked in too. Like she's all, and again, like,
she kind of. It seems like to me too, like she kind of likes living different lives for a little bit. Because she embraces what's his name, Colin.
Colin.
His lifestyle and all that shit too, you know.
Definitely, and I think that like that's where the movie kind of like I love the twist it does, because we as the viewer can be like, no, why the fuck would anyone in a high power put her back in when they constantly they're doing these mental equations. They're telling her that it's not a great connection. You got to do it fast. And then like she gets put into Colin's world in this fragile mental state and just kind of like loses herself into his world.
She doesn't even do a good job at it at first.
Not at all.
People will start catching on like you're different. Or
his fiance was like, you're acting weird. What is this? Because she's like, I mean, even like the apple cutting, right? Like she's cutting these apples, which is something that she does. Like, I think it was such a ballsy thing for her to just like cut an apple that way. Like, what if Colin doesn't eat apples like that? Like, you don't think that his fiance, someone he's constantly with, is going to notice like all of a sudden this weird, cutting an apple with a knife, slivering piece by piece. Like that's such a unique thing to a person.
Notable characteristic.
Yeah. And I think like, what I love is the distorted voice when they speak to the company.
It's both of them at the same time. And I love that.
Not to mention, again, like going back to the practical effects, the setup that they are in, like that crazy little mask looking thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's just, I don't know what they've tapped into. Like their ability. Like I want to know how much David was involved with like the design concept.
They just kept watching Ghost in the Shell.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I actually have something I just thought of that's in my closet that I want to go get. That's very representative of that.
Yeah. So I think that that's absolutely fucking insane. Like the concept that they built, the furniture looks extra comfy. Like when she's laying in that weird chair thing, I'm like, where can we buy this? I want this chair.
Well, that was a cool thing about this movie too, that so many other the movies have been doing lately. Is like you can't really pinpoint what time period this. It's definitely futuristic. But it's like not that like at this point. Not this could be a tomorrow thing,
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like you think of the world we're in today, and like I mean, how far away are we able to?
Right, and especially where we live in now. Like, what is dystopian to us in this point?
Yeah, for real. I just think that like this movie does so many great things for me, and like it's one of those movies that like I really want to make Issa watch because she's never seen it.
So I made Sav watch it with
because
me.
It's just such a brutal movie. Like, the body horror is not so overly done and excessive, but when it is there, it's done so fucking well. Like,
and we'll wait till Dylan gets back, but towards the end with the mask when
my God,
Colin starts figuring out what's going on.
Yeah. I think what's interesting is like post the conversations with the company and like they're telling him like I want you to go to these frequencies, redial in to like restabilize your connection. And they say, you gotta pull it off. You gotta do it tonight. You gotta make a scene. You gotta do something because your connection with the host is coming too unstable and we need to pull you out as soon as possible. I mean, there's a point where she starts fucking coughing up blood from the system because like she's gone in for too long. Like she's prolonged the inevitable and she's just because she's infatuated, I believe, in my opinion.
Yes.
In Colin's world. And Dylan, what the fuck do you have in your hands right now?
And look at
I saw a little piece of that and I'm like, what the fuck is that thing?
Do we want me to explain it or just show it and then explain it?
Show it and then explain.
Oh boy. He's pulling the hat off.
He's got to take the hat off.
He took the obituary hat off. What?
Oh,
is this your fucking radiation mask?
No way.
No.
Yo.
That is terrifying. For anyone who is listening right now,
no, take it off, please.
Dylan is wearing his radiation mask for when he was cancer ridden and had to get that shit. He looks terrifying.
Take it off.
Never.
You're scaring the fuck out of me.
I'm never taking it off.
I want you to deliver a line. I want you to say, hello, Clarice.
Hello, Clarice. It's good to see you again.
I ate his liver with a fava bean and chantilly.
What do you hear, Clarice? Are the lambs still screaming? No, this is the mask that I had to wear when I was getting proton therapy for chemotherapy. So for radiation before chemotherapy. So I have there's a mouthpiece in here. Something's jabbing me here, right? It's a fucking tag or whatever. There's a mouthpiece in here, right? And I have to bite on the mouthpiece. Mm-hmm. And then this thing, you get lifted off like 10 feet into the air, something like that. There's not many machines like that either. Proton therapy, like in the Southeast, I think only Jacksonville has one.
Yeah.
I was very lucky. And you have to wear this, and they had to mold it around my head. It was very weird, very uncomfortable. But when I saw that shit, I was like, damn, I got one of them in my closet.
I got one. Dylan is actually the fucking assassin. Abort.
Hold on.
If Dylan has the ability to possess people, I'm fucking scared.
Oh my God.
Now it's less creepy and just more goofy.
It's more goofy now. Oh my God.
I'm just going to wear this the whole time.
No, take it off.
Take it off. It's terrifying. Not to mention your headphone audio is coming through your microphone, and everything we're saying is.
This is what's gonna show up in the local news when there's a police amateur sketch for the Whataburger Bandit.
No, God, please, no.
It's so fucking. No. It's so terrifying and unnerving, and I love it. And it's hot as fuck. You regret that, don't you?
Don't worry, guys. I'm back.
He's back. He took out the high profile target. Everybody, don't worry.
Now, see, I'm thinking about going outside because my nephews are right next door. I'm thinking about going in
then they're gonna have to go through therapy and that would 20 years.
You just that would
traumatize them.
Great fucking windows. You would instantly become an Appalachian Mountain horror story. Like, you're one of the reasons why they close their windows at night.
The Mesh Man. the Mesh Man of Florida.
Mesh Man of St. Augustine.
Why do we have the best ideas on this show? I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm so glad I kept that. It's just been up in my closet.
Oh, man.
Collecting nightmare fuel.
But one of the things,
so watch this on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube, because then you'll get to see the unimaginable horrors that I just put Mike and Pat through.
I may make this the first Spotify video where we actually put the video into the feed instead of just the audio file, so you can watch the podcast in Spotify. So I may do that with this episode, so everyone who's watching can actually see the fucking horrors that you just presented to us.
Yeah, guys. So the moral of the story is cancer does pay off.
Wait a minute.
No, it doesn't. I just want to make that very clear.
But yeah, I mean, I think getting back to it, we've kind of talked about like the origin, the middle, the ending. Can we talk about the fucking when Colin or Voss actually decides to pull off the fucking argument with the father to get kicked out, and then comes back and decides to not pull the trigger on this man, but instead to beat the living shit out of him with a fucking fire poker?
Yeah, and shoves it straight in his fucking mouth.
To be fair, Ned Stark's a fucking dickhead.
Well, again, every movie he's in, we're just like, so he's gonna die.
Yeah, he's Ned. I don't care if he's Sean Bean. He's Ned Stark.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's Boromir.
He's Boromir. Yeah. He's always some kind of asshole that deserves what comes, but he doesn't fucking die. Which is
he doesn't die.
Which is fucked weird. Up, dude. Oh my God, the fire poker in the mouth.
For real.
When he twists the fire poker and the teeth come out,
Jesus.
I was like, that's like, to me, that's when body horror becomes like a fun roller coaster.
Yeah.
And that's when that's when it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I like when body horror is fun, not when it's grotesque for the sake of grotesque.
Oh, buddy, I got a movie for you, by the way. After I'll give it to you. Don't you?
I don't want it. I don't. Whatever it is, you just. I don't want it.
Just send it to him in like the next 2 days when he forgets.
You and your little legion of TikTok fans and Discord buddies, don't give him any ideas. All right. Uncle Dylan still gets Discord notifications. I just, Discord's overwhelming. How do you do it?
I don't know.
How do you do it, dude? I had to turn notifications off.
Oh, I don't have notifications on. FYI, if you're in our Discord and you are talking, just know you're talking amongst everyone. I don't have the capacity. That's too many.
It's too much.
I'm in too many channels. Like I'm in Colby and Ian's. I'm in the Chuddle. I'm in
Chuddle, yeah.
Season. There's a store here that I buy like blind box stuff called My Plastic Heart that they have a Discord that like they drop like news and stuff. Then I'm in a Discord for a horror zine or a zine making project in New York. So like it's just I don't know. I can't. Fuck that. Too much.
The first thing I subscribed to was for Shelby Oaks, the Chris Tuckman movie.
When is that this year?
Yes,
that's this year.
Oh, I fucking hope so, dude.
I was telling Colby about that and how the Discord and everything. And I'm just like, you gotta get into it, dude. Because
it's really fun.
Pretty sure he like drops like exclusive shit in there. Like, behind the scenes
and it's interesting to see because again he's been a YouTuber for so long and does exactly what we do. Okay, he's like putting it where his money's mouth. This is like he's like actually like I'm gonna make a movie.
Yeah,
and it's a horror movie. It's Shelby Oaks, so.
Okay, so question. We're taking a quick detour here.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
I just got a text message from a local Orlando content creator, one Miss Tori Kravitz. She's with the band podcast for Knotfest, and she's all over the place right now.
Yes, she is
doing her thing, and I'm very proud of her. Also, she texted me and said, "Hey, this is random, but I need your take as someone with restaurant experience."
Okay.
Is cereal a soup?
Okay, hold on.
Is cereal a soup? Because I was ready to say no, and then my brain went, "Hold on,
let's explore this.
Because what is soup?
Let's take a break from the review.
Hold on.
Yeah,
this is an important
soup?
conversation.
What is
soup? Let's see what the internet classifies.
What is a soup?
I'm going to say soup because you can have cold soup. So to say that soup has to be hot.
Yeah, what is that what is that? A gazpacho?
Yeah, so this says soup is a liquid food made by cooking vegetables, meat, or seafood in a liquid like stock, water, or milk.
No.
Okay, hold on. Soups are often served hot, but can also be cold. So hold on. Cereal is made of wheat grain, which is technically a vegetable. Hold on. Let's Google it. Let's see. Wheat grain, a vegetable.
No fucking way.
Oh, it's a grain or a vegetable. But grains are part of the food group. Of the food pyramid.
Of what part of the pyramid? Like their own part?
Hold on. Let's look at the food pyramid. Hold on now. We're getting there. We're going to get there, guys. So the food pyramid puts grains in the, let's see, bread, cereal, rice, and pasta group is the bottom level. They are not a part of the vegetable group. So they are the bottom part of the food pyramid. So you know what? I'm going to go on a limb here and say that because there's milk. What is it then? Does it matter if you called a cold soup or gazpacho? Like, does it matter? How about this? Let's see what AI thinks.
Yes.
Is cereal? Okay, hold on. Let's spell cereal right, you fucking dork. Is cereal a soup? Question mark. All right, Mr. AI robot. The age-old debate.
Is that what
this is what it's writing right now.
Yo, AI might not be so bad after all.
Technically, soup is defined as a liquid dish typically made by boiling ingredients like meat, vegetables, or legumes. Cereal, on the other hand, is just solid grains floating in milk. No boiling, no broth, no savory base. So, While cereal resembles soup in structure, liquid plus solid, it lacks the key elements that make soup soup. If you can consider gazpacho a cold soup as an argument, then maybe cereal sneaks in as a breakfast soup. But personally, I'd say it's its own category. That is what the robot thinks. And
I think the robot's right.
I think the robot's right.
I think the robot's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a Horror Junkies first. We classified soup cereal as its own thing, but if you're considering gazpacho a cold soup, then cereal sneaks in somehow.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
All right. So you can let Tori know that if you're considering gazpacho like a cold soup, then yes, technically cereal sneaks in and it becomes soup. You heard it here first on the Horror Junkies.
That was a fat debate.
That is fativity. In its finest. That is Dylan's word, fativity, working its work.
You just saw a mid recording on the fly fativity take place.
100%. This is it. Back to the movie though. So the dad is what presumably we thought to be dead. He's not. He's wheelchair bound. The daughter Ava, the fiance, is fucking straight up murdered. Like gunshots to the back while she's running away. Colin pulls the fucking trigger on her. And then he is unable to fucking kill himself again. Voss cannot do it. She's saying pull her out, but she's unable to kill the host, which is something that they need to make this storyline work.
Yeah.
And that's where we get fucking batshit crazy visuals of Colin and Voss separating themselves from each other. And it's such a fucking cool thing. And I think one of the things I love the most is later on in the movie, past this point, where we see the field agent come in to help recalibrate Voss, but it doesn't work. Instead, Colin comes in and he's like crushing Voss's face and he smushes her face in and rips her face off and wears the Voss's face as a mask, indicating that at this point from moving forward, Voss is in the background and Colin has taken over, and he has taken over her mind in the sense, not her body, but her mind.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
And then
all the blood just comes out and stuff, and it's so like fucking wild.
And then we see Colin go back to that iconic scene from the beginning of the movie, the street where her husband or ex-husband lives with her son, and he takes that fucking vape. Also, can we shout out the fucking 2020 brick vapes that everyone had?
Yeah,
so this movie has endless supply of them.
When I was watching it, I was watching it with my girlfriend, Sav, and she was like, "Why is everyone vaping?" I'm like, "It's 2020. Everyone 2020.
It was the thing to do back then."
Yeah, I'm like,
everyone had those fucking car batteries. They were just fucking
stupid as shit on the planet.
But then like Colin starts talking to the son, and then makes his way into the house, and then Jesus Christ, dude, begins to fucking like beat the shit out of the dad, asking where is she, because he is unable to understand that he has been hacked. He has been biohacked by a company, and he thinks that this woman that he is seeing in his brain is actually, even though she is there in the real world, he thinks that she's there, but she's not.
Yeah.
And when Voss comes back to be like, it's always been you, like kind of fucking with him, being like manipulating and gaslighting him, saying, you've been in control. You're the one who's done all of this. And he like loses focus, and the dad attacks him, and he gets his fucking fingers cut off.
Yeah.
Dude, such a great scene.
Yeah. That's that body horror that I like.
But then the twist. Who cares to fucking bring up the last scene that's insane?
Which I can only describe as the last 5 minutes of The Mist.
Right?
Yes. It is.
Colin shoots a child. Not only a child.
Well, why does she shoot in the first place?
Fucked up.
It's important to explain that we don't know it's a child, but why does the character shoot in the first place? Because as they're laying on the fucking ground, she gets fucking shanked in the neck. Yes. Or Colin gets shanked in the fucking neck. And the immediate response is just like, bah, 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 bah. And we pan to the right, and it's her fucking son with a gut bullet wound. And then all of a sudden, at this point, I asked the question, was it Colin or was it Voss that was in control?
I want to say because it does it's Inception. It's like, who was it? But I want to say it's Voss.
I do too, because they show her visually while she's pulling because she then unloads, and then we kind of see the camera angles up, which I love this scene. I think the ending of this movie is phenomenal. It angles up, and if you kind of look, the blood is kind of heart shaped in a way, and then they're looking at each other, and she's like, "Pull me out." And then what we see
that
is the
fucked
next
me up
scene
right there, dude.
Is they wake up and it's Girder who has taken over her son.
That fucked me up, dude. I'll never, dude. I don't know if I'll ever forget that because it's just you see the son and you're like, oh, the son's just protecting
the dad,
and then it's like, oh, that's so sad. The kid was just trying to help, and then it's pull me out. I almost wish I saw that in a theater full of people.
Yeah, that
just to hear the gasps.
To this day, still fucks you up.
It's like the Dayman episode of It's Always Sunny when Mac's like, "You're going for laughs. Laughs are cheap. I'm going for gasps. Gasps for where it's at."
It's just the ending of this movie is so fucking phenomenal, and it's such a great conclusion to a crazy ride, in my opinion. That like. It took her killing her kid, and ultimately, like, you question yourself: did she want to do this? Has she seen her family as this last bit of luggage that like has tethered her to the physical world versus her desire to go into other people's mind? Like, she loves doing this.
Yeah, well, that's where again the ego dysmorphia has come to occur because again she has to perform for her family.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like that's fucked up.
Nor does she even like get mad at Girder for doing what they did.
No,
like right, they kind of just like look at each other and then they go to the fucking room and do the fucking therapy session to make sure that she's back. And the movie just fucking ends.
Well, because I think at that point, like what Pat was talking about with the ego thing, I think she was able to separate herself from her child and her husband in a way that it didn't affect her as much. Not to mention, she was like, "I want to put you up in the company."
Yep.
And that's really what she wanted.
Yeah.
I think so. It's like, I mean, it's a happy ending, kind of.
Depends.
Depending on how you look at it.
It's the mist.
It's the mist.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of a happy ending because, hey, the army's here. But
but you shot your kid.
You shot and killed your kid.
God, the balls it took to do that ending.
I know.
Dude, the balls
this ending. I mean, this ending alone, like the fact that they straight up show her shoot this kid multiple fucking times on camera.
Right.
Insane. That was new for, American cinema, like in theaters, like to show that shit. People were probably non-confident.
Yeah, more kids should die in movies.
What did I say, Mike? After we saw it, I'm like, I told you. After we saw Bill Skarsgård's It, when we started seeing Georgie's death, I'm like, watch, there's going to be more kid deaths in the future.
We're fueling this fire. Come on, brother.
Yeah, I think It Chapter 2 had at least 3?
At least 3.
Well, that's
one of the last. One, the Funhouse one was gruesome.
It used to be such taboo to show like kids' death.
Yeah,
and we crave it,
and now
need it.
And now we decided equal rights, equal fights. Like exactly. Men, women, and children, and babies can get it.
I think for me, thinking about this movie, rewatching it for a second time, I did want to pull up some comments real quick. So give me a second to pull up our threads. And let me go to go to my thread. A lot of people commented, over 15 people. So Final Summer Movie said, awesome movie, love the cinematography, blood effects, great vibes. Someone by the name of Curtis Allen said, finally watched it today and was blown away. The Cronenberg family doesn't miss. You're not fucking wrong. Let's see. One of my favorites, this is by Andy CT Wrights. One of my favorites of 2020, walks the line definitely with a nightmare sci-fi world, which you could absolutely buy being a real thing. 100% agree.
Absolutely.
Someone said, Future My Queen said, I think Brandon's debut with Antiviral showed his promising potential, and then he gave us Possessor and blew me so out of the water with any of my expectations. Also, Andrea Riseborough in more movies, please. I agree. She kills it. And I think the last one is from Solder Digital. I remember seeing this in the theater with one other dude. I really enjoyed it, and it stayed with me long after. Mostly the webcam invasion stuff, which could have been its own horror movie. Loved it. And those are just some of the 15 people who responded. For me, I agree with all of them. It's a phenomenal movie. I loved Antiviral by David Cronenberg already. I think The Possessor, it was a strong second directorial debut. And
wait, you mean Brandon?
What did I say?
David.
Sorry, Brandon. Yes. I think Possessor really solidified his ability to make movies, make his own content. Really,
I think it's his best one.
I do too. I mean, I love Infinity Pool. Do not get me wrong. I think that movie is insane, but this movie from him so far is my favorite. Yeah. I can't wait to watch it a third time because it's just every time you watch it, you notice little things, you understand a little bit more, and it's just so visually pleasing and disturbing, and it makes for an uncomfy watch, but also enjoyable. For me, this is a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Yes,
solid 4.5.
Pat,
I give it a 4.52.
Nice. Dylon,
I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay.
Just because I found myself sometimes losing some interest. I found myself looking at my phone sometimes a little bit, kind of something.
Yeah, that was my first
slow.
time. That was my first time watching it. If you do give it a second chance, you do start like paying attention a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because the most of the movie is pretty high tension.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're paying attention to it, and like you're seeing how things develop and how things work. And there's still some open-ended questions for me on some things, how they work. But overall, I don't let that get in the way.
Yeah.
Jennifer Jason Leigh is the queen of playing a cold-hearted bitch.
Yes.
And all props to her for just being, one of the best. Concept's killer, atmosphere and vibe is killer, acting is really good.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend that you see it. I don't know. I mean, like, I'd watch it again. I don't know if by choice, but I would.
Okay.
Watch it again, maybe with friends that I haven't seen it, or if it's on at a party type of thing, I wouldn't mind. I'm never going to argue when it's on the screen. But that being said, I think a 4 is a fair score for me. It's definitely a higher score than I assumed I was going to give it, knowing who Brandon's father is, just because, I still have never seen The Fly, because that's the gross side of body horror, which I'm not a fan of.
Oh, we got to make him watch The Fly. We got to make him watch The Fly.
No, you don't have to make me do that.
Internet, do what you do best.
No, you don't have to do that. You do not have to do that. But yeah, no, I think a 4 for me is a solid and fair rating.
I'm interested in what either Veronica or Sev had to say after watching this movie.
Veronica read a book the whole time.
Okay.
She would look up and go, "What the fuck?" And then she would go back to reading her book.
Sav said, "What?"
Okay.
Yeah.
Valid. All right. Hey, you can watch this movie. So if you're stayed along, you haven't watched Possessor, you kind of just wanted to get like a deep dive into the movie because you're that kind of person that just, is psychotic. I understand. You can watch this for free on Tubi. It is streaming on Tubi for free. But if you rent it on Prime, you get the director's cut version, and it's a little bit longer. And I think the ending's a slightly extended scene. The child killing is a little bit more. So
that's where I watched. No, I watched it on Tubi.
I watched it on. I rented it.
I think I watched it on. I don't know. Was it Tubi?
Tubi's got the place, dude. I don't know where I watched it. God damn it. Tubi's got some of the most heinous, vile shit you can watch.
Oh yeah.
I swear to God, dude. I've watched some crazy shit over the last weeks on Tubi. I'm just like, who's approving these? Who's allowing these to be on Tubi for free, for easy access?
I want to believe it's some like greasy fucking nerd.
There's some crazy shit on there. But solid score, 4.5, and a 4 is a solid score for this movie. We welcome your thoughts, your opinions, drop comments, hang out with us, have a communicate. God damn it. Hang out with us and build a community. We love doing this with you guys, and we love interacting with you all. If you've seen Possessor, tell us what you think, what you didn't like, what you love. As always, follow us, on, and drop reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you watch us, review us. It helps us get the show out here. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the bell thing down there, whatever it is. We got a lot more live streams coming. Follow us on TikTok. That's potentially going away still. Who knows? On Instagram, we have a Substack now. So if you want to hang out over there, read some things that we post, it's kind of like Tumblr all over again. So it's kind of a cool place to hang out and talk and kind of like gauge writing. And Patrick and I are working on something that we're calling the Black Hymn. So that's something that we're coming down the pipeline as like a graphic novel, if you want to classify it that way.
Yeah, we could do we're still working on the Kings.
We're still working on the Kings. Well, all I can tell you is 13th century bubonic plague type shit is coming down the pipeline from Patrick and I. And then we love you guys as always. I'm Mike.
I'm Pat.
And I'm Dylan.
Oh, God.
He's got the mask. As always, guys, stay weird. Until next time, awkward tie hugs and kisses from the boys.